Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Runaway Franchise Podcast, the podcast where we watch movies where there are more than 4 of them. This week, there's a gigantic spoiler warning. Consider this the spoiler warning. If you want to see Alien Covenant, then go see it and then listen to this, because we watched Alien Covenant. My name is Ed, and I'm joined here by my friends Dom.
Yeah.
Tom.
I'll do the fingering.
And a challenger has entered the arena. We're here with Mike.
Hi.
Of Snack Boys and TV Casualty fame.
Yeah, very much fame.
Such fame. It's the most fame.
Such fame. I was pulled in because I'm famous and not because you guys have known me for so long.
Yep, that's exactly it. We cashed in a couple favors. Mike's hard to get a hold of now, so
pretty difficult.
We picked him up at the train station and we're on our way. We found him at the train station.
A man died so that I could come here and watch this movie.
It took a lot to get us here, guys.
Yeah, but oh man, am I glad.
Yeah. So we watched Alien Covenant. Pretty much is technically the final film in our Alien.
Really?
Yeah.
They're not going to make any more?
No, for us right now. Like, now we've seen all the Alien and Prometheus movies. We got Ridley Scott. He named the main character in Alien Ripley, and it's very confusing. And we watched it, and it's pretty much Ridley Scott's next follow-up after Prometheus, which a lot of people liked and a lot of people hated, and the consensus of this movie is a lot of people like it and a lot of people hate it.
Does anyone actually hate it at this table?
Do we take a vote right now? Who liked it?
Yeah, I thought it was fine.
Is that really though?
I don't know if I like anything anymore.
All right, okay.
That's the thing. It was like I watched this movie and I was like, that's pretty good. It's cool.
Okay, Dom.
It helped me pass the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a horrible reveal.
I mean, we're going to get into it, but I felt like we were back on the spaceship Prometheus, being a whole bunch of idiots.
Yeah. Tom?
I have no strong feeling.
Oh, completely neutral.
Yeah, completely neutral.
I'm like neutral, leaning stinky.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I'm chaotic neutral.
Yeah.
Every second I got a different stance.
And that must hurt because you're the alien guy, Ed.
Yeah, I'm the the podcast proclaimed alien guy, and I don't know if I'm a fucking alien guy anymore. I've seen so many of these movies, I'm kind of like, you know what? Maybe they're not good.
I've only seen a few.
You should not watch 3 and 4. If our rule is if it's on Spike TV on a Saturday afternoon, would you keep it on in the background? And
I don't know what Ed's talking about. There was never an Alien 3. It doesn't make any sense because it was so bad it didn't exist.
Yeah,
we erased it from
it was just like
we found every copy and burnt them.
I was just like, Tom could be right. I truly don't know.
It might be. So there's no back of the box because this just came out, but we do have a synopsis.
We actually paid to see it too.
We did. We paid to see all the movies, Dom.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right.
But we paid for this one in the theater.
In the theater.
Right, true.
Hey, most of them have been on Spike TV, so I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Okay, this is not the back of the box, but it's Alien Covenant. Bound for a remote planet on the far side of the galaxy, members Catherine Waterston, Billy Crudup of the colony ship Covenant discover what they think to be an uncharted paradise. While there, they meet David, Michael Fassbender, the synthetic survivor of the doomed Prometheus expedition. The mysterious world soon turns dark and dangerous when a hostile alien life form forces the crew into a deadly fight for survival.
I mean, I think that was all right. That's pretty much exactly what happened.
We could have just read that.
And then we usually, if the back of the box is good enough, we kind of just stop talking and leave.
Yeah.
But really, they're in space. They're in a ship.
They're all in cryo sleep.
Right. It looks really good, though. Like, the movie is on point with Prometheus in looking great and lacking substance.
Mike, do you remember Prometheus? Did you see Prometheus?
I did not see Prometheus.
Okay, well,
for 1 second.
I mean, you're not missing too much. David is the guy, Michael Fassbender.
Yeah.
He is in Prometheus, and he was kind of crap there, and now he's doing the same thing in this movie. He's acting exactly the same.
Like, kind of a robot, but not.
I think that was the problem. People were like up in arms that there weren't enough alien murders in Prometheus. Like, I guess we're going to turn the alien murder dial like up a couple notches.
Did they? They turned it down a couple notches.
You think there's less murder in this than Prometheus?
Okay, what is the movie called?
Alien Covenant.
Okay, alien is the first word. Man, we got like 5 minutes of alien screen time. If that.
Yeah, it was a real Beetlejuice situation where you're going in, you're thinking this is going to be heavy in Beetlejuice, and it is not.
Yeah, Beetlejuice, man. I watched that the other day. He's in it for 15 minutes.
It's like 17 minutes of Beetlejuice in the movie Beetlejuice.
In this, there's about 5 minutes of Alien, actual xenomorph.
Yeah, there were a couple little shitty ones. Why don't we just bang through the plot first?
Sure.
Because we see the creation of David, and then we fast forward to being on a ship. The ship is hit by a solar flare of sorts and knocks out the charging sails, and it kills a couple people. James Franco is immediately dead. He does not even speak.
He has not a word.
No.
He has archival words from a climbing expedition.
From a very dangerous mountain climb.
Yeah, on an iPad still, somehow.
Yep. Still have iPads.
Yeah. It's 2107 or something?
We should be all brain.
Hey, guys, in the future, it gets worse.
Yeah. You go back to the iPad 1, it's heavy as hell.
It just sucks.
You just somehow plug an Ethernet cable into an iPad.
Everything's wired. No, not in the movie. There's some wireless stuff.
But James Franco, the captain, has perished, but his wife or girlfriend, whatever, Danny.
I think wife,
survives. And then a religious fellow becomes captain. Captain Chris.
The second man in charge just sucked. He was like a total wiener kid.
Billy Crudup.
Yeah.
That's who that was, Billy Crudup. What other movies was he in?
He's been in a bunch of shit. I don't know. I couldn't name you one thing, but his face looks like he's in a lot of Westerns.
That's how you tell what movies they've been in?
Yeah.
Like, ooh,
he's not quite Willem Dafoe, but weird looking.
Yeah. He looks mad Tombstone.
Yeah.
He sucks,
just
though.
Dusty
I really
wrinkled
him.
His character was just too shitty.
Yeah, I think they overshitted him.
And it was just really annoying.
So, all right, they're going to fix the ship. So Danny McBride's in a cool spacesuit, and they got to fix the ship. And while he's out there, his helmet picks up a transmission. In typical Alien fashion, you have to go check out the transmission.
You can't just be like, nah, leaving that.
Well, they're going to a planet that is 8 years away.
Right.
At this point. And the transmission, they find the source of it, and that's only a couple of weeks away. So they just went through a solar storm that nearly killed 2,000 members when it only killed 46.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I forgot. We forgot to mention that Covenant is a giant ship full of people to get to screw on the new planet.
Terraforming.
Bring it back, sexy.
Yeah,
that's how the lines go, right?
Yeah.
Bring it back, sexy. By Justin Timberlake.
That's my sexy boy.
Yeah.
That's my sexy boy.
So there's a whole shitload of sleepy people and fetuses.
Some of them are now
drawers.
dead.
Yeah, so they're dead.
Oh, yeah, they had those weird little, like, embryos in a locker system.
Yeah, we get to watch Walton, the new David.
Walter?
Yeah, it's Walter.
Damn it, Walter. Throw out one of the embryos because they went bad. He had a bad egg.
You know, what I liked about the embryo was like when he first pulled it out, I was like, that kind of looks like an alien. Like the little, because it had the tail, it kind of looked like an alien.
When you're a baby, you look really fucked up.
I mean,
you look like a fucked up chicken peanut. That's what people look like.
And some of us never grow out of it.
All right, so let's go look at this planet that has a John Denver coming from it.
Tennessee points out that it's John Denver. I like that they both have...
man, I know John Denver. For the last thing I do know.
2104, John Denver.
So they go to find the John Denver concert on the Mystery Planet. Let's just go. Let's just not even wear spacesuits because, you know, Prometheus disappeared, and we assume that they have bad protocol, and they're all dead. And all right, let's go to this new planet with no protection.
And they won't have to go into cryo sleep for this because it's only a couple of weeks,
right?
So they don't have to worry about dying in their sleep,
right?
She did have a good point of like we've spent like years of research on this one planet, and you just want to like
you think we would have
change course,
seen this other guy.
Again, the Prometheus stupidity comes into play. You just mentioned we've done years of research on this planet. It's great. It's gonna be our home. But you know what? This one we don't know anything about. Let's check it out.
They even ran the simulations.
They get to the planet and there's a freaking plasma storm all around it, and they're still like, "Let's get in there."
What was the rush?
Yeah, what is the rush?
They couldn't have just waited?
It's either 8 years or like, oh, let's wait like 8 hours.
Yeah.
The storm really did only last that long. It was
right.
It was like a night. They should have waited. movie over. Everyone waits, and then
or go to like an opposite side of the planet where maybe the weather's not so bad. I don't know.
There's like a huge hurricane. They're like, yeah, let's put her down right there, right in the middle.
It's the eye of the storm. It's the least dangerous part of the storm.
Oh, that's the thing.
So they fly through the storm in horror movie fashion. The communications are rough. So somebody has to try to fix the communications while everybody else just leaves on the planet with no headgear at all, like no gas masks, nothing. Nothing scientific.
At least in Prometheus, they had them and they took them off like dummies. This one, they didn't even have them. They just went for it.
Which was convenient because the alien spore...
I hated that so much. I'm going to just go ahead and say it. All right. The whole reason all hell breaks loose is because one guy goes to fake take a piss. His words, not mine.
I think he said take a leak.
Take a leak. Yeah, thank
Don't you
Mike.
misquote him.
Sorry. That's one of the most important parts of the movie.
But he clearly just sits and smokes a cigarette.
Yeah.
But he steps on the alien pimple, and there's like little tiny spores that come out, and they infect him, and the other lady is like scooping up mucky water.
See, you mentioned not liking that scene because of the spores. Yeah, the spores are dumb, but the part of the scene that I don't like, we're going on our new home, and I'm immediately going to start throwing cigarette butts all over them.
What the fuck, man?
This virgin world, I can't wait to chuck this filtered out right on it.
That world ain't virgin, baby. They found wheat.
Oh, right. The wheat.
Oh, yeah, wheat. I have that in my notes with an exclamation point.
Do you want to elaborate on that, Tom?
They found wheat.
All right. Next part.
No, they were just like, the one guy was like, yeah, this is old, but, you know, it's human. Someone brought it here.
I think he said, I know wheat.
I know wheat. Who the fuck are you?
Well, he says, like, what's the chances of, like, a human plant being on an alien planet? And somebody was like, it's extremely low.
Does that mean that...
50-50.
Wait, how did the wheat get there? Did that mean...
Well, because the engineers that was the engineer's planet. That was the engineer homeworld.
Right.
But again,
how
in this movie, forget about character development. If you need someone to be an expert on something, Danny McBride. Oh, trust me, I know John Denver.
Yeah.
Right.
Other guy, like, just trust me, I know wheat. I know it.
It's like how he selected our president.
Okay, so that guy gets sick. The expedition splits in two, and most of the crew goes off because they're trying to find John Denver.
Yeah.
And they find the engineer ship, which is the same one from Prometheus. So they get inside, they get to the control room, and they find the projection of Dr. Shaw. They find a couple of her personal effects.
Meanwhile, one of the other cronies snorts alien
stuck
sperm.
His face. Like, hey guys, doesn't this look weird? And then just like squeeze it right in his face.
The thing that was hard for me with this movie was, are you able to actually see it in real life, or was that just for us to see?
No, I think it was microscopic, dude. I think it was like dusty.
So that was for our
I think the part where they just kind of like come together was for our benefit, but I think it was just like if you like hit an old sofa, there'd be dust. You'd be like, oh, that's just some dust.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I don't hate it as much.
No, it's still stupid.
But it looked kind of stupid. So they're all off on their merry way, and like, you know what? The first expedition, who was scooping up the mud water, the guy starts getting sick. So they start running back to the
cigarette boy.
Yeah, cigarette guy. Serves him right, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
They bring him back to the ship, and he looks like hell, and they throw him in the med bay. He has really bad back knee, and blood shoots out, and the captain's wife is in
Ferris.
the room, and they lock her in. Danny McBride's wife is like, oh, hell no. They are sick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because the cigarette boy threw up all over her while they were going into the ship.
He did throw up blood right all up on her face.
Oh, yeah. So that's why Danny McBride's wife, she like seemed skeptical about letting the other woman out. You got to quarantine. You don't know what that is.
She was actually pretty good as a character, doing responsible things, but she was hysterical, which is what led to her downfall.
But she also got blood on her face from the guy's back.
Yeah, the back knee popped onto her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it wasn't really back knee. It was like a weird little alien. It was a weird white one.
Yeah, popping like through the back.
It was very similar to the alien at the end of Prometheus.
No, that was different color. It wasn't all clear and goopy. It was like a almost black and almost xenomorph like.
Was it? Whatever.
Yeah.
So Dom, what
And
happens
its dome
next?
was different.
They have aliens now. There's 2 not actual xenomorphs. They shoot them up. Some people die, and then they're like, "Oh man, it's this guy who he saved us," and it's David from Prometheus. He's back.
Also, before this, Ferris, in her hysteria, blows up the scouting ship. So now they're stranded there.
So yeah, she like shoots a gun, but it goes off towards the ceiling and like hits like a gas can or
She kept
something.
slipping on blood.
That was actually really funny.
There was a lot of parts where we were laughing very hard, and it's not a comedy at all.
You know, working in a manufacturing, and when you're in a factory setting or something like that, there are things called like non-slip boots that you get for those occasions, and I'm sure they should have had some on board.
Yeah.
Because she fell 2 times, the other lady fell and slipped. They should have not. They should have been wearing the proper accoutrements.
And even better, she slides past the door, but breaks her ankle on the closing door.
You gotta.
Yeah. So Mike, what happens next?
David has
we're
shown
back with
up.
David.
Oh, David, yeah, he brings him back to this like giant. It looks like I don't even know, like a weird castle almost.
It's like a Greek city. It's like a Greek-looking.
Yeah, like a lot of like big pillars and stone.
They were
and-
really into their faces.
Yeah, there was a lot of like big carved rock faces. And then a few of them try to go to the roof so they can link the communication with Mother. I didn't like that they kept calling her Mother.
That's been since the beginning.
I know, but it's just, it makes me feel weird.
It's spelled MU_TH_UR.
But the castle at the entrance, there's just a bunch of corpses.
Yeah, oh yeah, there was a lot. And then no one brought it up once. They just kind of walked by all these dead bodies and they were just like, this seems normal.
All the characters were fine with it.
Yeah, we'll just trust this man in a cloak.
This Jedi who just shot a flashbang.
Yeah, he looked like from like episode 3. What's the actor?
Anakin?
Yeah, like Hayden Christensen, like when he's wearing like the cloaks and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just too much. Also, where'd you get this cloak? Did you just make the cloak?
He probably did.
There are no cloak stores on this planet where it's just you and the aliens
He
you're
probably
making.
took up knitting though, because he was there for 10 years. He took up making aliens, drawing.
Yeah.
So we're back in David's shitty, creepy apartment. And if you ever go back to a strange dude's apartment, there's a pretty good chance he's gonna have some weird stuff. Everyone's like all thrown off because half their people just died or exploded and they were attacked by aliens. And of course, when that happens, everybody should immediately split up and regroup by themselves, right? That's the
And
next
to act
logical step.
irresponsibly, Tennessee is up in Mother. Yeah, I said up in Mother.
Hell yeah.
And he's like freaking out because they don't have communication. So he's just like, how close to the storm can we get before it's dangerous? And he's just like, let's go. Let's get closer. And that stuff was continually bothering me.
Yeah,
it was fine. It didn't really need to be there, but it was,
It was there.
Yeah, it surely was.
Dom, in typical Dom, let's get this done fashion, take us to the end.
Well, then you find that David is still the bad guy he was in Prometheus. He's always doing creepy stuff, and he's creating the xenomorphs as we know them from the first movies. He made somehow the eggs, and now the xenomorphs are there. And they're like, oh, we got to get out of here. And Danny McBride comes with the cargo ship, and the xenomorph, clings to the bottom of the ship. They do the whole dance with the xenomorph, and they get freed. And you're like, oh, we're all safe. We're back on the ship.
But you're not sure if it's David or
You're
Walter.
sure it's David.
They want to make it
They tried to make it like, who is it, David or is it Walter?
because they had a robot fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he just did the switcheroo.
And David
Yeah.
had already cut his hair, so he already looked similar.
Yeah.
So they switched places, and there was another alien on board. It was in the guy's chest. The guy who got his face melted.
Yeah.
It was in his chest.
Because he got face huggered.
Yes,
very
he got
briefly.
face huggered.
Yeah.
And so it popped out of there, and we got to do final battle with that. It's only Danny McBride, David, and the girl Danny
We don't know
is
her
like
name.
the main character.
Right.
Yeah.
And
the new Sigourney Weaver.
the new Sigourney. She then devises the plan to send it out the airlock, which is really the only plan.
Right.
And they send it
As
out the
seen
airlock.
in Alien 1,
That was
2, 4, and
and
this one.
And this one. And they send it out the airlock, and everything's cool, right? Oh, let's all go to sleep in our
Comfy
cryo
beds.
sleep places. And then you're like, oh no, it's David. They reveal that it's David, putting them to sleep, and he also brought 2 more alien
Face huggers.
face huggers embryos with him.
Yeah, he threw him up, which was That was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Just like standing up.
He just mouth birthed him.
Yeah.
And the whole movie just kind of ends on this like sad, like, well, we tried and we failed.
Yeah.
Right. She was like going into a full-on panic while her hyper sleep was kicking in.
Yep, she went to bed.
And David puts on his Entrance of the Gods music and just walks through his now close to 2,000 people and embryos that he can now craft his aliens around.
And he throws up 2 of the embryos.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
And then it ends, and then we're like, oh shit! So big cliffhanger. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's go to the lobby.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
This week, we're going to talk about our good buddies, Chud Report. Do you like skeletons? How about that little fly you pee on in the urinal to make sure your aim is true? And if you're a girl, completely disregard that. If you're a huge fan of Ross Geller, Chandler's friend, and your dad just happens to be dead, we have just the thing to make all your friends jealous. That's right. You're probably confused as hell. So Chud Report is a small company selling weird enamel pins specifically for weird people. I mean, you could probably buy one even if you're not that weird, but you might not get the Ross Geller reference. Maybe it's pronounced Jeller. Maybe it's a pin of Chandler. I have no idea. Please check out Chud Report on Instagram at CHUDREPORT and follow the link to their big cartel shop. You can buy all sorts of wacky enamel pins from our good buddies. Please make a purchase to help them with doctor bills for an undisclosed, highly contagious disease. Thank you. Also, we got a little double promotion. This week, our snack boy Mike is here. So, Mike, please tell us a little bit about yourself and where we can find you on the interwebs.
Hi, I'm a comedian, I guess. I'm on the internet. You just, look at your computer and scream my name and see how long it takes for me to show up. I'll come to your house. No, I don't know. You can find me. I'm at Mike Abruzzi on Twitter and Instagram. I have MikeAbruzzi.com and it sucks. It is a bad.
Hell yeah.
It's a very bad website. I made it for free and I didn't pay any more money, so there's like ads that's like, make a website with Wix.com or something.
I was hoping the URL would just be mikeabruzzi.wordpress.com.
Oh, no.
I was hoping it was a
that bad.
GeoCities site.
No, it was a Tumblr for forever. No, so this is a very quick story, but I was dating this woman a couple years ago, and she was like, you don't have MikeAbruzzi.com? And I was like, what? No, who? Why? No one wants that. And then she was like, okay. And then she just sent me a link one day and she bought it for me. And then we stopped talking pretty quickly after. And then it ran out and I had to talk to her again after we hadn't talked for a while to be like, listen, I need to get into this website because I got to buy my own name again.
If she knew anything, she should have just charged you like triple.
She should. Oh God, she should have. But yeah, so I have MikeAbruzzi.com and it sucks. But there's links to stuff on there. I don't know. I have a web series called The Snack Boys. I have a podcast called TV Casualty, and I'm really trying hard.
When do those come out?
Snack Boys comes out whenever we feel like it. They never really come out. We'll shoot a bunch and then they'll sit around for a while.
And what's the premise of Snack Boys?
Snack Boys is a web series I do with my friend Diego, and also sometimes our director Jess is on there, and we eat and review vegan snacks, and most of the time they're kind of gross, which sucks because I'm vegan and I want them to be good.
If you like oddly textured fake meat, Mike's your boy.
Oh, dude, it didn't come out yet, but we ate like vegan tuna from a can. I think we both almost threw up. It was so brutal.
That's sick.
Yeah, and then TV Casualty comes out every week on Thursdays usually, unless I fuck up and take too long to send all the stuff I need to send in, which it usually happens.
And what's that about?
That is a podcast where I watch the pilot of a TV show that I've never seen before with someone who it's their favorite TV show, and then we talk about it.
Hell yeah.
It's been very funny. You also talk a lot about your own mental health.
Yeah, it's mostly people being like, Mike, you gotta go to therapy. And I go, yeah, you're right. That's mostly what it is. Yeah, it's like 10% about the TV show we talk about and 90% about why I need to go to therapy and cum. A lot of talk about cum usually.
So it's cheaper than therapy, and at least you're talking out loud about it.
Yeah,
so I guess it's a positive effect.
It's
for
good.
everybody.
It's fine. Yeah.
Everyone leaves worried, and you leave feeling better.
Yeah, and then I got a lot of emails about where I can go to free and cheap therapy in New York City.
Hell yeah. All right, let's leave the lobby. Let's go back. Let's wrap this little tiny little xenomorph of a movie up.
Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
So we watched the movie. We sat in the big comfy chairs because the theater totally upgraded.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Mike's recliner button we thought it was broken.
I was going to have to scream.
But he jiggled it and it worked.
Yeah.
And we all laid down next to each other in public and watched the movie.
It was fun. I really had to work hard to not fall asleep.
Because of the movie or because of the chairs?
Because of the chairs. The movie was fine, but it was like also the movie was very dark.
Yeah.
And that didn't help.
It was pretty dark.
That didn't help me like not want to fall asleep.
You keep saying the movie was fine. So what was your best fine part?
Do we want to do best first? I'm still thinking of best. I feel like we can do worst.
What is your best fine part, Mike?
The first is the worst and the second is the best. Hit us with the worst.
The best fine, my favorite scene?
Yeah.
I mean, did anyone else feel like it felt very flat?
Yeah.
Like it didn't feel very exciting when it was supposed to?
There was no climax. Like a couple things went wrong, but like it was just like a very medium.
Yeah, it had the problem Prometheus had. It had no like rhythm where it was just like, oh, they're walking. Oh, some shit happens. Oh, let's get bored by something else. Some shit happens. And then it's trying to do that like, oh, we make it level. So when something crazy happens, it's that much more.
I feel like
but
this
it
was
wasn't
even
working.
flatter than Prometheus. I feel like this was less dynamic. I was not like, oh shit. There was no like cool oh shit moment. Like Alien was full of oh shits. Aliens had a decent amount of oh shits. Like this was just like, all right, I guess we're here.
Yeah, I guess the most exciting part was when they were trying to get the alien off of the bottom of the ship.
Oh,
from the planet, and Danny McBride is like flying into a bunch of shit, and
he was a pretty shitty captain. I mean, pilot.
Well, no, because they had to swing the crane around on top of the thing. Oh wait, no, was that at the end?
No, you're right.
I'm right.
The crane brought the ship to an imbalance.
Yeah.
So he couldn't fly it
as well. Yeah. So that was like the most. I felt like that was probably the most exciting part, just because you were like, oh, a bunch of shit is breaking.
Yeah. But was that your favorite part?
No, I think my favorite part was at the end when you threw up all the little facehugger embryos. Where you're like, bleh. Because it's just funny watching someone throw up without having to stick their fingers down their throat.
He was really good. He practiced that.
Yeah.
Like, he spent those last 10 years like, all right, it took me like 40 minutes to make these. I'm going to spend the next 9 years, 364 days, 23 hours, and 20 minutes, like, just practicing the puke thing.
I mean, really, he just watched Cats for a really long time.
Yeah.
Ah.
I kind of liked that first part.
The piano?
The piano part, and I think it just looked really nice, and it was just like, and it didn't really do anything for the movie, but I thought it just looked nice, and that was more than most of the movie.
That seems to be the reoccurring theme, is that everything's beautiful. It's a beautiful looking movie.
Yeah.
But who cares about what's happening in between it?
Exactly. Yeah, I guess that's it. I guess those are my favorite fine parts.
Dom, what's your favorite part?
Oh, yeah. My favorite part is with the two Davids. Anytime there's two Davids, it's my favorite part. And particularly where original David, the mean one, is showing, his name is Walter. He's showing him how to play the flute.
That was your favorite part.
It's not a flute. It's more of a fife.
It's like a recorder.
Yeah.
It was like third grade all over again.
So he's just like, put your fingers here. And like, oh no, at first it's just like, just blow a little and I'll do the fingering.
Put your lips on it and blow a little and I'll do the fingering.
They kept talking about fingering and we were the only ones who cared.
And that was probably my favorite scene, just because it was, why are you doing this? I guess he was trying to build like a bond with my robot brethren, and so he would join my side later on, because we can play flutes all day, forever.
Dude, he had like 3 flutes on that rack. They could have busted out a couple duets. It would have been sick.
Yeah. And then also the second favorite of that is when I guess Walter goes to David, is like, what's going on, man? I'm not going to let you leave this planet with all those aliens. And then David just kisses him on the mouth awkwardly. But like Walter is just like, his deadpan face and his mouth isn't moving, and he just gets kissed by himself, really.
Yeah.
And
it's like kissing the mirror. You guys don't do that?
No. Well, see, the mirror kisses back.
Yeah. The mirror kisses you as much as you kiss the mirror. This was
also after he gives him a big old smooch, and it's like 5 to 10 seconds of kissing.
Yeah.
He just stabs him in the neck. So those are two of my favorite parts.
And also during the flute scene, you sort of learn that David is the cause for all the corpses outside.
Yeah.
They do a little flashback.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
In that whole thing, though, it's revealed that David's pretty much the big bad guy. He found the engineer world. He dropped the black goo on them. He experimented on Shaw and killed the hell out of her. He tried to make contact minutes before with one of the pale aliens that came from the initial 2 infected people. So him and the alien had like a weird stare down thing going.
Oh yeah, and then,
It's like Jurassic Park where he like goes to the raptor and he just puts his hand out. He's like trying to like control the raptor.
yeah,
but
and then was it Walter who shot him?
No,
Chris.
the
The alien?
captain, yeah.
Chris,
Oh yeah,
Captain
Chris.
Chris.
Yeah,
The one good thing he does.
yeah, is shoot the alien, and then David freaks out because he's like, he trusted me,
Yeah.
he trusted me, and then
You know what? I'm going to make a comment. The aliens had significantly better posture in this movie than any
didn't
of the
like
previous
that.
ones. They all stood up very straight and proper.
Didn't like it.
No, I fixed my shit posture at the table and sat up very. If we
Yeah.
all fix our posture, we can walk around like aliens. Even the xenomorph, who's usually pretty hunched over and creepy or climbing,
like, weird
he was
arm.
just like a man walking down the street.
Yeah.
We're a little shitty. Tom, what was your favorite part?
I felt like the end of the movie was probably my favorite. Not because it ends, but like the end portion
I was
of the
relieved
movie.
when it was over.
yeah,
The end portion of the movie is probably the closest to like the original trying to hunt something type of
Yeah,
feel. Like
yeah.
it was the only part that had like suspense to it.
That was your favorite. There was no anything else particular scene.
When they jettisoned James Franco's body in the space.
we started screaming.
Okay, so
Shout it out.
our theater was not packed.
No,
And there was about
Are you shocked?
dozen people.
Yeah,
Total,
probably.
yeah, including us 4.
And it was complete silence for his like cemetery scene, which is him just being jettisoned into space, and the 4 of us just cracked up.
I mean, because they're just all there. They have like a really somber. They all drink Jack Daniels and then they shoot his mummy body into space.
That was the part that got me. He was just wrapped up like a mummy, and then
Yeah.
shot him out there.
And out of all the effects, it was the only one that felt like the original alien bouncing off the ship moment. Like it wasn't good enough to
Okay.
not be silly looking.
Yeah. It was really. It seemed goofy.
I think I had a really hard time writing a best scene because I think the
Yeah.
problem was it was just really flat. Like I definitely have like a shitload of worst. I had to go on to the next page for
Wow.
worst. Yeah.
Oh wait, I want to amend mine after you're done.
Okay, we can do that. It's usually round table.
Yeah.
Actually, seriously, for reals, I liked the attack scene in the tall grass. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Gave me a little Jurassic Park 2 hit where don't go in the tall grass with the raptors. I guess they fucking stole it. But I don't know. I thought that was cool that they're like, okay, it's like, what the hell just happened? Our ship just blew up. What are we going to do? Guess what? It's getting worse. You have these aliens trying to kill you in the field. And then it kind of, I don't know, the second that flashbang made the appearance, I was over it. But I thought it was cool that the alien like hit some guy in the throat and his jaw flew off. And they fucked up those people pretty bad, which was cool. And I thought at the very end, the reveal that Walter was actually David wasn't really that surprising. So I didn't think that was like a big twist because anybody was like, all right, it's probably did the switcheroo. But I thought like the reveal to Danny was cool because she was like about to go to sleep and she was all happy. Danny McBride's already in cryo sleep and she's like, okay, let's build our new cabin near the lake. And he just gives her a blank stare. And then she goes to like immediate terror because she's like, the thing we were talking about. And he's like, I'm the bad robot. But I thought that was cool that she was like panicking and like her heart rate was going up. And then he's like, okay, bye. And slams the go to sleep button. And then she just like passes out. So I thought that was pretty cool.
He hit that GTS.
Yeah.
I didn't want to make the joke, but I thought it. Oh yeah. My amendment is that sex scene, baby. when that couple's fucking in the shower after everything, but then the alien comes and brutally murders them while they're naked.
But the setup is great because the alien sneaks up behind them, and it's like a glass thing.
Yeah,
and
like a partition, and he sticks his little. He sticks like a little claw.
It's his tail, but
yeah. That makes sense.
He puts her right up that woo-ha.
Yeah, I think he gives her a little.
He
smack
tickles her. He gives her a little tickle, and she jumps back.
Yeah, smacks her on the butt with his.
I don't know
tail.
why she didn't appreciate it. I feel like that's the worst part of that.
See, Mike, you're a little bit new to the Alien series, but in Alien 1, you see the alien saw Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah.
And when he was in the spaceship and she was in her like underwear, and he
like,
was well, yeah.
Originally,
he wanted to discover himself by discovering
that
her.
was the initial intent. Imagine if the end of Alien, there was an alien jerking it scene.
I mean, really, that's the best part of this movie is the sexual component is
it's back
in
baby.
full gear.
Yeah.
Androids are kissing humans. Aliens are sticking up the woo-has.
And the whole point of the movie was to just have a bunch of people screw on a new planet.
Yeah, but we never get to it.
Yeah, we never got
I thought it was strictly no. They weren't sent there to do that. They had all those embryos to prevent. We've got these embryos.
That was the second. That was the second generation.
Oh,
because they had to, get that DNA pool big, so they're not all a bunch of freaks. Mike, if there was anything you had to pinpoint as being the worst about the movie.
I mean, there was a lot. You really didn't need that flute scene. Like, it was funny. It was really funny.
It took away from it, though. It wasn't supposed to be.
No. Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be funny.
I'll do the fingering. It's just the best line ever written.
Yeah. I mean, Ridley, you gotta know. We're all talking about fingering. You can't just put that on
sexual component, baby.
Yeah,
but there was also robot fingering in the fourth one.
I mean,
Winona Ryder's a robot in Alien Resurrection, and
she has a milky wound.
Yeah, and Sigourney Weaver just gets two fingers right up in that and just diddles the hole.
I think that's my least favorite part of the movie. You're describing that part of Alien 4 to me. I mean, that was bad. Just the fact that Captain Chris, that he had this whole one scene where he talks about how they won't trust a man of faith, but it's that never came into play.
You're right.
He never practiced anything.
Yeah, he just said the word faith once,
and he made two shitty shepherd jokes.
Yeah, and that was it. And it's it wasn't because the movie wasn't short.
No.
It was 2 hours long at least. So it's it's not like they didn't have time to develop that part of the character. I guess they just wanted to give him anything.
Yeah, he wasn't praying. You didn't see a cross. You don't know what religion
they said it. Remember, character development does not need to be there. Hey, I'm the religion guy.
Yeah, take my word for it.
If there's one thing I know, it's religion. I guess, that part just really didn't make any sense at all for the movie itself. If there was a part where David got real evil and made him get on his knees and pray, that would have been worth it.
Right?
Yeah, that could have been cool and worth it.
He could have pulled a pray to your new god and then popped the egg open and then, that would have been sick.
Also, the egg looked like Audrey 2 from Little Shop of Horrors.
Yes, it does.
The egg that has the little baby face huggers in it. But I was very glad that there was face huggers in this movie because they were very cool looking.
Dom, favorite, worst favorite. Your best worst.
Oh, my least favorite? Well, Mike took mine of the character of the captain. He stinks, man. I just hate him. Billy Crudup. He's crud. Listen, you're crud. Throwback to Alien 3 where Sigourney Weaver says, hey, they think we're crud. And everyone gasps.
Yeah. She said crud. Maybe crud's a super curse in the future.
Well, that character stunk. I also just thought it's the same problem in Prometheus. No one acts like an actual human would act. Let's throw our years of research out the window to go to this planet because let's just
John Denver,
it out, right?
dude, they're fucking playing John Denver jams. It's probably a pretty cool party.
Well, I think it's because he did that because there's that one scene where his wife was being remember, they're the crew now, but they're going to be our neighbors. So I think he was trying to listen to because the rest of the crew was maybe we should check it out.
I guess.
And then he was just yeah, let's do it. And
no,
then
but Danny was no, put it on the record. No.
Yeah, so she said no, but he's not going to listen to her because she's a woman.
Right.
And then and he's I'm the damn captain. I am the captain now. And he
got Tom Hanks.
Yeah. He got So he did that, and then so I think that's what it was. It was that he was trying to kind of ingratiate himself with the crew, so he didn't look like such a an asshole.
Hey, this one's closer. You don't want to go back into cryo sleep. Let's do it.
Yeah.
But the best thing Chris did, I'll give him one prop, was after getting face huggered, David is just throwing rocks at space.
Oh yeah, that was a favorite of mine too.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I actually did enjoy. I enjoyed that part. That was fun.
Because you're like, oh yeah, this guy is like pure evil.
Yeah. Tom, what'd you hate?
I feel like everybody's taking pretty good ones.
I mean, there's plenty to go around.
Oh, dude, I think a second round is in order.
I didn't like Alien Vision. It didn't add anything.
Oh.
It was just kind of like, let's put as many little, like, the worms you see in your eyeball, like whatever those are called. Just a bunch of those.
I don't have worms in my eyeball.
What
floaters.
The floaters.
You've never seen dude, go outside and look at the sky and you will see floaters.
So we just find out Alien's vision is a bunch of floaters and like rave colors. Like
it's a little green. I hated that. I hate whenever they put you in the first person perspective of the fucking creator.
Yeah.
No, it was cool as hell in Predator.
All right, that was the one time that it was cool.
It also works in Terminator.
Oh my god. I hated Alien Vision.
Okay, but Terminator's a robot.
Yeah.
Which doesn't count.
Right.
Predator's an alien.
That's not Predator Vision. That's his mask, which is a computer.
But it is from his perspective.
But if there's computer involved, then it's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But if there's not computer involved,
not about it.
No one
not about
needs
that
it.
life.
Okay.
I have another worst.
Please go ahead.
Yeah.
So I think it's after Chris gets face huggered and an alien is born, and for whatever reason it does Pilates with David. Like, I hated how the baby came out very erect and then just
nice word.
spread its arms out.
It took like a bunch of times to like unfold its arms to become.
Yeah, they did some alien yoga. Like,
there was yoga mentioned in the movie. The tough guy was like, "You should try yoga," on the dropship.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm really sick of people trying to recommend yoga.
I really, 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 really hated the baby aliens in every way, shape, and form. I don't think the CGI was good. I thought it looked really awkward. I'm used to practical effects in Alien. I still think practical effects look better. I think you can blend them. I think if Jurassic Park can do it in 1994, there's no reason you should not do it in 2017, especially Ridley Scott, who was so heavy on practical effects earlier in his career.
They're always better.
Yeah.
Practical effects are always better.
Never not better.
I like them so much.
And I don't even care about the limitations. Like, okay, maybe you can't have a xenomorph standing up perfectly
yes,
fine.
You can. You can with practical effects. Come on. The thing was the thing. It was just crazy. And it was made in like, what, 83 or something?
Yeah.
It's the fact that they don't combine the two. Because the thing that worked in 1994 was that it was partial.
It was
partial. And
yeah, because the CGI could only do so much, so they still had to have the practical to like pick up what
I thought
CGI
they were overall they were weak. And I don't think they used them to in the proper way. But I think the baby aliens look like shit. They grew way too fast, the first initial two.
Yeah, they got really big.
They got really big in like an hour.
Well, they were different.
I don't know, dude. Like just from like
they're considered a different breed.
But they were increasing in size as the scene was going on.
That bothered the shit out of me.
They were fighting the thing, and it was just like, I'm growing.
I think that's kind of cool, maybe. I don't know. I didn't dislike it. I was just like, it was kind of jarring.
I thought maybe if like they had eaten a guy, maybe gotten some calories in, bulked up a little bit, fine. But like, the alien in the first movie grew pretty quick. But it makes
sense also to its incubation, because the xenomorph takes longer to incubate. It usually takes a few hours for the alien baby to come out after the facehugger stage. So like, this was a very rapid. The person got sick within like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Probably in real time, it was probably like an hour or so to get back, because they were 8 kilometers away. I don't know what the fuck that means in miles.
But the other people weren't. The two
at least 5 miles, man.
But it was at least 20 minutes when you first start seeing signs.
Right. Okay.
Like, so I feel like if anything, it's appropriate to that strain because it was a quicker running strain.
It just didn't sit well with me. I think mainly because I didn't like the effects. The alien burst out of the back, which is okay. But other than that, I don't know. I really hated the baby aliens, and I think the CGI did not add anything cool. And actually, my second most hated part was, how many fucking times is she going to say the letter and the number of the airlock open and close? Did anybody else catch that?
I did, but I think it's because you have to say it.
They
Voice
just did it like
activated.
6 times too many, though. I just feel like there was a good 5 minutes of the movie that was like, C-19 open, C-19 close. And then
Yeah.
like nothing happened in between C-19 and C-20. And it's like C-20 open, C-20 close. It just bothered me. I don't know. It was a lot.
It's a good case for, tactile buttons. Everyone.
Yeah,
in this
just
day and
slam
age-
the button.
Yeah.
Just slam the
Alexa,
button.
play this. Like,
No.
just press play on your iPod, okay? You lazy.
Dude, nobody even has iPods anymore. It's
Just
all
press
on
play
phone.
on your CD player.
Yeah, much better. Anybody else have anything that they didn't like particularly?
Yeah, we didn't really get to see him fuck. The sex scene did not complete.
No, you did see a little bit of a nipple though. I
You
think.
did get to see a little nipple, which I always appreciate in a movie.
Alive or dead.
Yeah, either or, any kind.
I don't know. I was just like, I'm not like totally disappointed, but I'm definitely not like amped either.
Yeah.
I'm just whatever.
Okay.
I have no strong feelings.
I
either
saw
way.
I saw the preview for it like 2 weeks ago when I saw Guardians of the Galaxy, and then I was just like, "This looks pretty cool. Maybe I'll go see that." And then now I saw it, and I was like,
It could have been. I could have waited.
"Yeah." I also didn't realize it was coming out. Like I didn't know about it until I saw the preview for it 2 weeks ago.
They did a lot of crazy marketing for this movie that I actually thought was everywhere.
None of it worked on me,
No,
apparently.
they did like a Rick and Morty crossover, which I probably would have watched a 2-hour Rick and Morty episode about Alien. I
that
much
didn't
rather
make
would
me
have
want
seen
to
that.
watch this movie. It made me want to watch Rick and Morty.
Well, that's
Yeah.
so good.
It was good. They did a cool like flip book time lapse thing. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I saw, yeah.
They released a prologue about a month and a half ago showing like the crew's last breakfast before going, or last meal before going into hypersleep.
I didn't see anyone eating. Oh no!
She made some eggs.
She made some eggs. That was it. I really wanted to see how they eat on this ship. It seemed like it would have been very cool. I didn't. She made those eggs. I really wanted to see them eat on this weird fucking ship.
Well, that's the problem with these new movies is that there's no humanity in them, and it kind of is part of the tone. Like
Right.
David is basically anti-human.
Yeah.
But having humanity in it would also nail down that point too. Like that. This is why it's different. This is why humanity.
They should have
Yeah.
had the prologue in the movie. They
Yeah.
absolutely should have had that in the movie.
Most of the movie to me felt like setup. Like they were like really they were trying to get you in on something. So like the big climax at the end, but then it never really came.
No.
There was nothing. It just, like it just never like
There was no release.
I
Yeah.
did make a weird cum joke. I didn't even mean to. But it was like the climax just like it never happened. It was just there. We just kind of like you're like trudging along. You're like, all right, this is gonna mean something, and then everything kind of didn't mean anything. And there was just too much. Like you didn't have enough time to sit with one idea before they gave you another one to
Yeah.
worry about, like, or not even worry about because you didn't give a shit. So just like
right.
you weren't worried about anything, and that was, I think, the problem.
It's like someone giving you a flyer. You're like, okay, all right,
Yeah.
thank you.
Like, say each problem was a song on an album, we listened to the first 30 seconds of everything, and we didn't get to like fully realize what each thing was, because you're like, oh, the problem with David being back and like him and Walter, it's like you could have made that could have been most of the movie.
Yeah,
That-
sure.
like the two of them kind of battling.
So you'd rather have a fire mixtape with 4 tracks
I would rather
than
I would
the
see,
LP you just skip through.
That's the thing where it's like this is the same thing with bands. Every band should only put out 7 inches because there's no filler.
Right.
There's only enough songs, and then once you do an LP, you're like, well, 4 of these are not good, but they had to fill out the
we
whole
need
record.
an instrumental track in there, totally.
Yeah, there was just too many things to focus on where it should have been 4 problems instead of a dozen.
So me and Mike would have changed it to less problems.
I think so. I think it would be you somehow fast forward the Captain Chris going away.
I keep thinking you guys are going to talk about a cereal or something. Captain Crisp.
Captain
It
Crisp.
sounds like Cookie Crisp or
Yeah.
Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch. Like,
That's
I'm
Captain
hungry.
Chris.
Yeah.
I am very hungry now.
Dom, would you have changed anything?
yeah. I mean, come on. You got to change something.
Yeah.
I don't know specifically what I would change. I would just put the alien, the xenomorph in it more. I don't think there was enough xenomorph at all. Yeah, xenomorph, please. I don't think there was enough at all. He was in it for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And it wasn't I don't know.
I was never really afraid of him because the first one was just like, all right.
Yeah, they weren't even afraid of him. That was the problem. They were just like, well, nobody was afraid of the aliens. They were just like, we gotta kill them.
Yeah, they were immediately like, okay, we understand that aliens are here and we have to murder them.
No one really disappeared. Like in the previous movies that we enjoyed, somebody would disappear. Like, oh shit, where is this person? Or I don't know. There's no
spooky.
No, nothing. No build
out
up.
the window. Yeah. A long time ago with this franchise, and I don't like it.
No, Tom, would you change anything?
I would have made it less like Prometheus because a fucking storm starts it. 2 people get sick simultaneously. One is in the ship. One is out of the ship. It's all the same beats. And the problem with that interview that you sent us with Ridley Scott being like, I saw that fans didn't like that we didn't have enough xenomorphs. It was just you kind of didn't understand why we didn't like Prometheus.
Yeah.
We would have enjoyed if you focused on the engineers, a new alien, something, and just made a good movie around that. Instead, you add these bad horror points. It's very cheesy horror.
It could have been cool if maybe all the engineers didn't die and David was experimenting on them.
I'm fine with him killing them all, but it was cool. Revealed in the worst way of him just telling the other android, because the android won't have a reaction to that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he has no emotions on purpose.
He doesn't even know who the engineers are.
The main characters are 2 robots that don't have any emotional resonance,
I also feel like the whole crew did not give a flying fuck when they walked onto the clearly alien spaceship and found the giant people-like spacesuits. They're like, yeah, I guess they were pretty tall, and then they fuck off.
Like Prometheus, I feel like there's an edit within this movie where it'll be a good movie, and it's mostly what Mike says, just cut out a lot of that filler and just focus on, I would say, the humans discovering David's God complex.
Right. That'd be cooler.
Yeah, people, the characters in the movie that can react to things.
And I don't mind not seeing the xenomorph. I just wish they went full in on whatever alien they were gonna push.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, the little milky little guys are just like, eh.
Yeah.
And actually have them have an impact. The aliens really didn't change their decisions.
No, they just killed the only people that didn't really talk much in the movie.
Yeah. They show that big crew picture at the end, and you're like, yo, half these people did not have speaking roles.
Yeah.
So the budget so far that's been projected, I don't know if it's complete yet, but it's 97 mil so far, which is less than Prometheus.
Okay.
It's only a little less because Prometheus got up to 102 or something like that. The box office in the foreign market,
it came out earlier.
Yeah, it came out earlier, is up to 46 mil. Domestically, so far on Friday, it's made 15 mil, and it's projected to make 39-40 mil by the end of the weekend.
Oh, yeah, so they're going to make their money back.
Which it looks like it's going to top Guardians this week, because that was the main contender.
Guardians is in week 3 or
yeah.
Guardians destroyed King Arthur because
what the fuck is that?
Who saw that movie?
No.
And so the big contender was to see if Guardians could topple Alien, but it looks like Alien's going to take the top
Don't you count
slot.
out Guardians. I'm going to see it.
So
that's another $12.
Wait, have you not seen it yet?
No, I was waiting for my dad to come home from Italy. So.
I didn't see it either.
Honestly, seeing the crowd today, I feel like...
I don't know.
I guess we went early.
Yeah, we went to a 12:15 showing, and it was also playing at the other Farmingdale
Yeah, it was
theater.
in both Farmingdale. I don't know if that really matters. They both have the nice seats.
It's still an R-rated movie, so I feel like 12 o'clock Guardians will probably have kids and parents in it because they don't want to go to the later show. So
right.
I don't actually know if their projection is going to pan out, but...
I wouldn't really put any early screenings like this as an indicator of any movie, really.
No.
Other than if it was a huge hit, like Guardians would be yeah, of course it's packed because it's still pretty new and everyone is trying to see it.
Yeah.
But then I feel like Alien, it's a pretty popular franchise, so it's yeah, everyone will go see it at night. They're like, oh yeah, we're not doing anything tonight, so we'll go see it.
So if you were to put all the Alien movies, including Prometheus, in an order,
Okay.
Mike, the guest who didn't know we really did this, who hasn't seen all the movies.
I definitely haven't. All right, so it's gonna go Alien, Aliens, and then this one.
They are the three you've seen.
Because those are the three I have seen.
That's a good order.
That's a good order.
All right.
Alien, Aliens, this one, and then let's see. I'm gonna go Alien 4 because you talked about that weird fingering scene, and then Alien, and then Prometheus, and then Alien 3 because apparently it doesn't exist.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good.
As far as I've been told.
A pretty good rating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dig it.
Dom, let's get the rank.
Ooh, okay. I think I'm going to go with Alien, then Aliens, Alien Resurrection, number 4. Then I will put, I guess this one, I don't know, very, very far away from Alien Resurrection. Then Prometheus and 3, just because that's what I think I remember.
Okay.
But I feel like I'm grown fond of 3 and the Bald Englishman. I
There's
don't know.
no way. There's no way.
Go ahead, Tom.
It's basically the same. Alien, Aliens, Resurrection. Covenant is kind of just getting in there by default, really.
Definite default.
Because there was at least action sequences in it. Like, they fought back. Like, Prometheus was just a bunch of talking. And, like, a abortion scene. Prometheus...
Wait, no. I love Prometheus, though. Number 1.
Prometheus, and then you have to drive to the middle of the Mojave Desert to find the third one, because...
It's really bad. I think I've switched up my order, like completely, actually. The more I thought about it. Alien, fantastic. Alien 2, a very close second place. I would then put Prometheus.
Oh, my.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I would put Prometheus.
He bought the deluxe edition.
Dude, I got 3 discs of that. It might even be 4. Then I would put Alien Resurrection.
Okay.
And then I would put Covenant. And then I would put number 3.
Okay.
So why is Covenant less favorite than Prometheus?
I don't know. I thought there were, like we said, it's talking and then something happens, but I thought the talking and then something happens in Prometheus was better than that of Covenant.
Okay.
And Alien Resurrection was just fine, and 3 was just a horrible shithole. But I don't know. I really was kind of underwhelmed by today. That's really it. I don't know. 1 and 2, I think it should have stopped there. I would have been fine with that being it.
Yeah.
Forever.
Like the Terminator series. How they ended after 2.
I would say 1, 2, and 4.
Yeah,
because 4 is a better...
4 was fun.
4 is a better
fun.
third for the trilogy.
See, I thought 4... If 4 was 3 and then they stopped, I would have been totally cool with that. And 4 had more aliens, and there was cool alien stuff.
And it was a better arc for the character.
Yeah, absolutely.
Undeniably should have died with Sigourney Weaver, though she didn't actually die in real life.
Right.
Yeah.
It should have died with Ripley.
Yeah. Her involvement in the franchise, it should be over. I don't want to see another one. I really don't.
I really don't.
Wait, I think I figured it out, but so Prometheus and Covenant are prequels.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, Prometheus is the...
yeah, that makes a lot more sense now.
the timeline is Prometheus, Covenant, Alien 1, 2,
okay,
3, 4.
It's over. End it. Ridley Scott, this is your official notice. Stop making these movies.
Hang it up, old guy.
I can't wait to come back in 2 to 3 years when the new Alien comes out.
Oh, please do.
I think that's it. I think I'm a little sad. I think I need some food like the rest of us. But Mike, thanks for coming on.
Oh, thank you
Thanks,
so much
Mike.
for having me. Yeah, this was fun.
What a fun day.
It was it was fun hanging out with you guys, and it was kind of fun watching the movie.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to put this firmly in Spike TV on a Saturday territory for me.
Not even
going to buy the deluxe edition in digital and copy 7 hours of bonus footage.
I'll buy it if it comes out on VHS.
I would buy a really impatient person's director's cut of it.
Yeah. Alien Covenant for the short of attention.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we're done. We've touched on every movie in the Alien franchise. We've given our pretty much overall feelings on everything as a whole. We would have rather it stopped at its high ground, maybe after skip 3, add 4 into the third one, and then just stop it right there. Unfortunately, the next franchise is The Fast and the Furious.
I have a good feeling about The Fast and the Furious.
I also have not that feeling.
And at the end of that, we're going to crown a champ out of the 3 we've reviewed.
Yeah,
so
we're going to do Fast and the Furious 1 through 8. 8 movies. Oh my God.
That's 2 months
It's
of
so
episodes.
many. Yeah. Oh boy. We might even cut it down and do 2 a week.
Oh,
just so like
get rid of them.
I would stop listening to something if it was
All right,
2 months
no
of
way,
the Fast
man.
We're
and
hitting the
Furious.
turbo on the podcast release
Yeah.
dates.
No, man, there's that one podcast where they watched
The same movie over and over.
same movie every week.
Yeah.
I think you'll
What
be fine.
movie?
They watched the first one was Grown Ups 2.
Wow.
I think they watched
Oh,
it
God.
once a week for a year. Or maybe just Grown Ups, and then the second one was Sex and the City 2.
Hell yeah.
There's
Yeah.
there's also one where every year they rewatch Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Oh God, it's brutal.
Fun. All right. So thanks for listening. We are the Runaway Franchise Podcast. You can find us at runawayfranchise.com and everywhere where you get your podcast. Please make sure to download, rate, and subscribe. We really appreciate it. My name is Ed Jelly. You can find me on the internet at edjelly.com. Just go there and you can find all my fun stuff that I'm working on. Mike, where can we find you on the internet?
At Micah Brucey on everything. MicahBrucey.com, I guess. Don't waste your time on the website. Just find me. Add me on Facebook if you want. I'm, who
The
cares?
Snack Boys and
And TV Casualty is on iTunes and Google Play, and this new app called Laughable, which apparently is really good for comedians and podcasts and stuff.
hell yeah.
So who knows?
Yeah, we're on that now.
Yeah.
Dom.
Hey, I'm Dom Deladare. You can find me at domsfunandgames.com. That is my website. I got video reviews and articles of stuff. And you can find me at Dom's Fun and Games on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Go there. Subscribe.
Tom, where can we find you?
You can find me at tomnapolitano.com. Check out my lettering and art. Teach me how to finger at
Oh, God.
at TE Napolitano on Twitter and on Instagram at Tom_Napolitano.
Hell yeah. All right. Thanks for listening. This has been the Alien Franchise, and stay tuned for the Fast and the Furious 1 through 8.